Hello everybody and welcome to my presentation. I'm Alberica Camerani, a PhD student at Dublin City University. I am researching female entrepreneurship in Central Asia. In this digital short, I'm going to talk about an area of my research that I'm currently exploring, how I intend to apply social network analysis for studying the influence of the socio-cultural context on female entrepreneurship in Kyrgyzstan. Let me start by explaining what we mean by social networks. Different definitions of the term have been developed, but the core idea is that a social network is a set of actors linked by some set of relationships. Networks are particularly valuable for entrepreneurs because they offer resources, what we would call social capital, including those information that allow the entrepreneur to gain insights into a new business idea or financial support to grow their venture. At the same time, networks can provide what we would call negative social capital, so they can hinder the entrepreneurial process, for example, by restricting individual freedom and choices or producing social norms that promote social inequalities. So the role of social networks is not univocal, and social networks do not benefit or hinder all entrepreneurs equally. To understand which is the influence of social networks, we should take into consideration the specific socio-cultural environment in which the economic actor is embedded. If we consider the gender dimension of social network, we can see that the mirror exists in gender relations. As networks are affected by place-specific factors, we can see them as gendered social places that tend to reinforce or reproduce gender power dynamics, including gender roles, and those norms that discipline gender-appropriate behavior. In order to have a full perspective into the entrepreneurial process, it is therefore necessary to study the gendered socio-economic cultural structures in which the entrepreneurial action takes place. Social network analysis will help me untangle this complex set of societal structures and cultural norms. Drawing from several disciplines, such as sociology and mathematics, social network analysis has developed a set of concepts and methods for the analysis of social networks. I will use a mixed method approach, consisting of ego network analysis, which is the study of the network from the perspective of an individual, in addition to informal interviews with entrepreneurs and participant observation. This combination will help me to gain a deeper understanding of relationships and ties. What you see on the screen is a ego network, so the view of a social network from the point of view of one actor, who is the red point as the center. A ego network consists of an individual ego, its contact, alters, and links among them, called edges. Edges represent some kind of connection between actors. This can be, for example, provision of emotional support or financial resources, or it can indicate information flow, for example. Social network analysis can help us understand for what kind of resources and which occasions ties are used by various types of female entrepreneurs. The configuration of ego networks can be analyzed through 3 dimensions: tie content, member attributes, and network structure. When it comes to tie, we usually pay attention to the social role. It can be friends, family, acquaintances, or business partners, for example. We pay attention to the resource that is exchanged and the strength of the ties, which can be measured in different ways. For example, it can be frequency, duration, or intensity of the interaction. As for member attributes, we can look at the social status, because some others might enjoy high social status and have access to important resources. We can look at social demographic data and professional occupation. This can be of particular interest to test homophily within a network, so the tendency of individuals to group together with similar others. With regards to the network structure, we can be interested in the size, so how many contacts in the network, in the density, how dense interconnected the network is. Each of these dimensions have been extensively theorized and discussed, but in the Central Asian context and in Kyrgyzstan, there is a paucity of research, especially in relation to the influence of the social and cultural context of female entrepreneurship. And this is what I will explore in my research. Thank you.